race out of Camarillo, California, and the sponsors are Pix Racing Engines and Sander Engineering. First lap for Ronnie Case now underway, taking the green flag. First lap for Ronnie Case, a 12.502. 12.502. Ronnie Case, checker flag. Second lap, a 12.431. First lap, a 12.502. David Zaricki Motorsports, Advanced Racing Shocks, Ron's Fuel Injection, Hedman Headers, CNR Radiators, DMI Racing Components, WFO Industries, and Simpson Racing Products. Super Ricky, first lap, a 12.793. Lap number one, a 12.793. Ricky gone. Lap number two is a 12.280. A 12.280. Driver Jimmy Crawford in the car number 17C. Jimmy Crawford out of Ventura, California. And this car sponsored by TwisterWest.com, Steve Gresham Racing Engines, Simpson, ARP, Sander Engineering, and Racing Optics. First lap for Jimmy Crawford is a 12.442. This is a Twister F5 chassis, also sponsored by Jazz Products. Second lap for Crawford is a 12.412. Mr. Showtime, car number 18. The car sponsored by Kittel Motorsports, Redline Oil, Pix Racing Engines, and KC Insurance. From Santa Maria, California, Danny Sheridan. Danny Sheridan, car number 18. First lap for Sheridan is a 12.132. A 12.132. Second lap is a 12.146. Car number 16 out of Azusa, California, Nadine Keller. Nadine is the owner-driver, and she's sponsored by Azusa Police Department Association, MJB Plating, Eric Industries, Simpson Products, Endless Powder Coating, Dick's Auto, Doug's Auto Body, Jan's Doing, John Griffin, and Glover Racing. The first lap is a 13.042. First lap for Nadine, a 13.042, and she backs it up with a 12.709. CRA champion and Mark Alexander's potent number 4 from Torrance, California, Mike Kirby. Mike Kirby sponsored by LA Prep, La Via Restaurant, Statewide Towing Communications Innovations, Alexander Trucking, Wilhelm Sprinklers, SCRAFan.com, and Big John and Scotty. First lap, a 12.244. Lap number 1 for Mike Kirby is a 12.244. Car also sponsored by Larry Murakami Contracting, Garen Mobile Home Service, Garnica Trucking, Ray's Trucking, Doug's Auto Body, RC Performance, and Fram Autolite. And his second lap is a 12.292. Racing Optics, the owner, car number 17, the driver out of San Clemente, California, Seth Wilson. Seth Wilson, sponsored by Racing Optics, Laminator Tear-Offs, Oakley, Parts Master, DES Systems, and Zeke Environmental Coatings. Seth Wilson in the Warbird. Lap number 1 is a 12.369. A 12.369. Lap number 2 is a 12.551. Car number 34, owner-driver Josh Williams. Josh Williams and the on-sponsored car number 34 takes the green flag. And his first lap is a 13.249. First lap, a 13.249. Josh Williams is back in black. Lap number 2 is a 13.435. Driver change tonight in Bobby Farrow's number 91 car, sponsored by Stay Wet Water Trucks, and tonight's driver out of Aqua Dulce, California, Steve Conrad. Steve Conrad, driver of car number 91. Conrad's first lap, a 14.425. 14.425. Nicer entry into 3. Pretty straight out of 4. Lap number 2 is a 12.795. The year 2000 Oval Nationals winner, they call him the Cowboy, out of Orange, California, Tony Jones in the VRA car number 87. Tony Jones, a 15-time main event 410 winner. Car sponsored by VRA Dairy, Standard Feeding, VGI Graphics, Richmar Farms, B&G Hay, Diamond Environmental Service, Concept Power Coating, and Left Turn Racing. His first lap, a 12.124. A 12.124. Car also sponsored by Sherlock Shifters, Simpson Safety Products, Lowenstein Scrap Metal, Auto Magic Mobile Detailing, and South Coast Ford. Clever. He's a quick time with a 12.018. The defending USAC CRA champion, 100-time main event winner. Out of Yorba Linda, California, the Ripper, Rip Williams. Rip Williams driving the Sharon Jory number 3 car, sponsored by All Magic Paint Body, John Jory Corporation, AMA Plastics, Rick's Truck Works, Crittenden Racings, and Weld Wheels. Quick time with an 11.999. A new quick time with an 11.999 for the Ripper. A 12.013 as he tags a wall. Quick time now stands at 11.999, and he backs it up with a 12.013. This is Hobie Conway. She's the owner-driver of this beautiful 360 powered car. We know Hobie, she's one of the response team members that's normally in the infield pit area at the Ventura Raceway. Car sponsored by Corey Cruzman Driving School and Autodienst. Hobie, and she turns a 13.412 with her little 360. She's smooth and she's intense. Coming down for lap number 2, it's a 13.273, an improvement. Linda Lancaster, the owner of car number 14. Her driver tonight, Bobby Graham, out of Riverside, California. And the sponsor is Ingersoll Rand Tools, along with Discount Tool Repair in Las Vegas, JE Piston, and Pix Racing Engines. Bobby Graham. His first lap, a 12.489. Bobby's first lap, a 12.489. The Wild Man in car number 19, car owned by Darn Argo. This is a Ford-powered car. The Wild Man, Rodney Argo, out of Gardena, California. His first lap, a 12.266. A 12.266. Lap number 2 is a 12.203. Out of Santa Clarita, California, and Steve Rupert's number 18T, Clark Templeman III. Clark Templeman III. Car sponsored by Max Sweeney Special Effects, TrophyQueen.com, Penske Shocks, and Luby Works. Clark Templeman III, completing lap number 1, a 12.457. A 12.457. He saves it with a 13.538. Rookie of the Year, driving Tony Smiley's number 8A, Charging Charles, Charlie Davis Jr. Car sponsored by Smiley Crane Service, David Zaricki Motorsports, and Advanced Racing Shocks, along with Ron's Fuel Injection. Charge and Charles takes the green flag on his first of 2 laps. Car also sponsored by Hedman Headers, CNR DMI Racing Components, WFO Industries, and Bell Helmets. First lap, a 12-1-8-1. A 12-1-8-1, currently 4th quick. Charge and Charles trying to beat a 12-1-8-1, and it's well, possible is correct, but we don't think so. Not with an 11.5. Something flipped. The Problem Child out of Arizona, R.J. Johnson. Car owned and driven by R.J. Johnson and sponsored by Wheeler Farms. Car number 15. The Problem Child. Second lap is a 12-7-8-6, a malfunction on the first lap.
Oh, we got dirt fog down there or something, but it's flickering like hitting off and stopping on the
Out of Alameda, California, driving David Miller's number 66, it's Jay Hicks. They call him the Canuck. Car sponsored by Tom Roberts Designs, Barn Systems, Betty Sauer, SCRAFan.com, Fram Auto Light, and the Ralphie section at the Paris Auto Speedway. Problem with the timing clock.
Guys, we need to stop the car for a second. We got a problem with the timing light.
Jay Hicks going for a practice run. Problem with the timing light. Racetrack right now will be from Temecula, California, and Hal Engstrom's number 44, Mike Spencer. Mike Spencer sponsored by Spenco Machine, Murrieta Development, Downs Commercial Fueling, Del Mar Wire, Instant Oil Change, Sunoco Racing Fuels, Gaudi Wheels, and Circle Track Performance. Mike Spencer, car number 44, his first lap, a 12-2-6-3. A 12-2-6-3, first lap for Mike Spencer. Lap number 2 is a 12-1-3-7. Trips the clocks. Charles Davis Jr., car number 8A, down the back straightaway into turn 3. Checker flag awaits. His second lap will be a 12-0-5-4. Green and the white awaits. Car number 15, he trips the clocks. Into 1, out of 2, down the back straightaway, headed for 3, into 3, on the cushion, out of 4, checker flag. Lap number 2, a 12-3-2-6. Shouty Orbital into California, Nadine Keller's backup car number 5X. Car sponsored by Eric Industries, Blake Miller. Blake Miller, car number 5X. Young kid coming up. He's smooth. The VRA point leader, a 12-5-0-7 in a 410 tonight. Owen drives a 360. He is the VRA point leader. First lap, a 12-5-0-7, and lap number 2, a 12-2-5-0. Corona, California, Steve Osling. Steve Osling driving for Nadine Keller, car sponsored by Eric Industries. MJB Plating, Racing Optics, Endless Power Coating, Simpson Dix Auto, and Ron Taharda. Corey only taught him how to go fast. This is a new style car, a very uniquely built car for Steve Osling. He takes a green flag. He's on the first of 2 attempts. Two-time Mexican national champion, Steve Osling. Lap number 1 is a 12-3-9-9. A 12-3-9-9 for Steve Osling. Osling skids into 3. Powers out of 4. A 12-5-8-8. Get the kids away from the fence. The 2003 Oval National Champion, the 98, 2000, and 2001 Kindle Classic winner from Ventura, California. The cruiser, Corey Cruzman, driving Carol Cross's car number 38. This car sponsored by Snap-on Tools, Sandra Engineering, ITI Performance Racing, Downey Performance, and Justice Brothers. First lap for the Cruiser, a 12.313. First lap, a 12.313. A 12.250. Cruiser currently 10th quick. More fast times this year than any other driver. And car number 50, the Demon. Damian Gardner out of Concord, California, driving for 8-time car owner champion Ron Chafin. 13-time Mechanic of the Year, Bruce Jami Jr. turning the wrenches tonight. And the car sponsored by Arizona Race Mart, Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply. Lap number 1 is a 12.065. Fifth quick with a 12.065. Second lap for the Demon is a 12.205. Here you go. School's out. Alan Ballard's in. Out of Bakersfield, California. And Ernie Ballard, number 97, takes the green flag. Car sponsored by Woodworks Unlimited, Ernie's Tong Service, SOS Trucking, Dick's Automotive, TCR Chassis, and Brad Downing Racing Engines. 18-year-old Alan Ballard out of Bakersfield. Lap number 1 is a 12.532. A 12.532. Lap number 2 for the youngster is a 12.226. Out of Placentia, California, driving Rhonda Hilberg's number 82, Dan Hilberg. Car sponsored by Lobo Management Corp, Connect Telecom, Opie Race Cars, Doug's Auto Body, ProTech Electric, LMC Auto Sales, and Telcom Development. In Rhonda Hilberg's number 82, it's Dan Hilberg out of Placentia, California. His first lap, a 12.560, a 12.560 for car number 82. Checker flag awaits. Second lap, a 12.391.
Here we go. 8 laps, 4 transferred directly to the main, and we are green. Miller coming from the second low, threads himself in the middle, but it's Winkler and the 10 car. Moon on the outside. It is Tim Moon. Moon on the outside. Winkler back to second. We have Moon on the out. Whoa. Got a couple of them backwards down into one, brings out the yellow flag, the 52X. John Richards getting a little sideways. The 3Y. Grady Winkler. Whoa. Hello. It's Grady Winkler, Tim Moon, followed by the 88 car of Porter, the 75 of Miller, the 30 of Tony Lima, and the 52X of Richards. Out front, the 3Y of Winkler, the 10 car of Moon, the 75 of Miller. Miller now puts the 75 car into second, Moon back to third. Grady Winkler, your leader. Wiley Miller second, Tim Moon, the 88 car of Porter, the 30X. The 3Y car, Winkler, your leader. The 75 car, Miller in second place. It's Grady Winkler, Wiley Miller, Tim Moon, and the 88 of Porter. Coming down the checkered flag, heat race number 1 to Grady Winkler, followed by Wiley Miller. Whoa, it looked like Porter and Moon. Nice round of applause for winner of heat race number 1 in your senior division, Mr. Grady Winkler. Here we go, Bill Leonard, Ron Bach. It's Leonard, Bach, and Harper. Bach working that upper groove. Well, there's one whale. Oh, Harper! And the photographer scramble. It's Bill Leonard out front, Ron Bach second, Dave Lowenstein. Then it is the 4 car of Brian Kittle and the 16X of Tom Harper. It's a Boxster from the outside. Ron Bach taking the lead. Leonard second. We have Bach, Leonard, Lowenstein, Kittle, and Harper. Battle on the track right now is for second place between Leonard and Lowenstein. Bach out there all by himself. Bach, your leader. Leonard second, Lowenstein, then it's Harper and Kittle. Lowenstein now, and whoa! Leonard just comes back at him, a little touchy there. Whoa! White flag going out to Bach. This is one whale of a battle for second. Bach way on the other side of the track. Here comes Bach taking the win. Battle is for second place between the red car, the 37 of Lowenstein, and the 16X. It'll be Lowenstein taking second, Harper third, followed by Leonard and Kittle. Nice round of applause for the 49 car, Mr. Ron Bach. Ford transfer to the main. Here we go. Marini, it's Marini and Alderman. Alderman coming off a big win last Saturday night. Alderman looking underneath Marini, and it's Alderman in the black 21. Alderman, whoa! Whoa, Bruce Douglas. Bruce Douglas sitting on top of the beautiful little 10 car. Okay, we're going to try this again. Third and final heat race. Marini and Alderman, Culver and Woodward. Whoa, Jeff Culver backs it in real hard. Battle up front between Marini and Alderman. Alderman, like I said, coming up the big win a week ago. Marini looking real good. Remember, they had some motor problems earlier. Obviously got those things taken care of. Whoa! Whoa! Alderman, your new leader. Marini back to second. Woodward and Jeff Culver. Your leader, the 21 car, Alderman, second place. Ew. Okay, I give. Did he win or something I didn't see? That was like victory laps in the infield. Your leader, the 21 car. And that is Alderman. Alderman out front. Alderman, followed by the 42 Woodward and the 2 car of Marini, the 71 of Culver. He just checking out the bite in the infield. Checkered flag goes to the 21 of Alderman, followed by the 42 Woodward, the 2 car of Marini, and the 71X of Culver. Nice round of applause for the winner in the 21 car, Mr. Bob Alderman.
They all do good here.
I know. We've got one. This is kind of like a stacked heat race. I think we got some great racers in there. Keep your eye on the front row. Joshua Williams, Bobby Graham. Bobby Graham with a little hiatus, right? About a few years he hasn't raced. He's back at it again.
Hurt himself at Paris and driving for Nadine Keller. He's back. But remember how Osling does at Ventura. Won his first race here and quite a few after that.
Well, here we go. Heat race number 1 first. 410 heat race of the season. We're green. Down into 1, Joshua Williams. It's Williams. Followed by Bobby Graham, Osling. Graham goes way up. Whoa! Whoa! Well, Bobby Graham went way up there, got a little sideways in the marbles. Here come Gaunt. Gaunt hit him. Gaunt kept it going. Graham then spun out again by himself. That brings out the yellow flag. Our starter, Philip Stevenson, down there taking a look. Joshua Williams. Well, look at there. Williams. Boy, they're 3 abreast going into turn 3. Here we go. They're coming off. Joshua Williams. Whoa, Osling. Joshua Williams. It's Osling. Williams. Followed by Alan Ballard, Rip Williams, Ricky Gaunt, Damian Gardner. Whoa! Whoa! We heard a whole bunch of them then. We heard them. Gaunt gets sideways, Alan Ballard, and it appears the 14 car again of Bobby Graham.
Pretty much the same situation we just saw at Talladega.
That's the big one. Heat race number 1. And the young man turned 49 on Thursday. The Ripper had a birthday, 49 years old. Here we go. Osling, Rip Williams, Damian Gardner. We have Osling out front. Rip Williams, Damian Gardner. Then it's Ricky Gaunt, Joshua Williams. Battle on the racetrack. The battle on the racetrack right now is between the 50, Damian Gardner, and the 3 of Rip Williams. Gardner on the move. Damian Gardner in the 50 car. We have Gardner running in second. Whoa! Osling makes a mistake. Gardner now. Damian Gardner moves into the lead. Osling back to second. Damian Gardner, your leader. Steve Osling second. Rip Williams third. Followed by Ricky Gaunt. Your leader, the 50 car, taking the white flag, Damian Gardner. Gardner, Osling, and Williams. Coming out with a checker flag, it'll be Damian Gardner. Followed by Steve Osling, Rip Williams, Ricky Gaunt, and Joshua Williams. Nice round of applause for the winner in the 50 car, Mr. Damian Gardner. Well, Crawford climbs the fence. That's it for Crawford.
You know, we were just talking about Nadine Keller. She actually came out here to watch races in your grandstands right here and fell in love with sprint cars. This is where she got her start here. She's a police officer and decided this is what she wants to do. So all of her off time is dumped right in here into this sprint car. So
Here we go. Nadine Keller, Mike Kirby. Kirby from the outside. It is Kirby in the lead. R.J. Johnson second. Then it's Jay Hicks. Mike Kirby. Kirby out front. R.J. Johnson second. Jay Hicks, the 18 car of Danny Sheridan. Kirby, your leader. R.J. Johnson. Whoa! What a job by Hicks. What a job by Hicks. Hicks right behind R.J. Johnson, slams on the brakes and misses that car. What a great job of driving by Jay Hicks. Hicks now into second. And it's Sheridan and Hobie Conway now sitting in a transfer spot. Sheridan, Hobie Conway, Nadine Keller, and R.J. Johnson. We are green. Sheridan goes up against the wall. Danny Sheridan. Your leader, the four car. Kirby out front. It's Kirby, our leader. Mike Kirby, Jay Hicks. It's Kirby, Hicks, Sheridan, and R.J. Johnson. Your leader, the four car, Mike Kirby. Kirby working up against the wall. Jay Hicks working down low. It's Kirby and Hicks, Sheridan and Johnson. White flag going out to Mike Kirby. Whoa, Kirby goes way up high. Hicks down low. Coming off the floor, it's going to be Kirby taking the win. Hicks second. Sheridan and R.J. Johnson. Then we have Hobie Conway and Nadine Keller. Nice round of applause for your winner in the four car, Mr. Mike Kirby. Here we go. Dennis Rodriguez. Steve Conrad. Ronnie the Rocket Case. Case now underneath. It's the Rocket. The Rocket moves into the lead. Conrad follows him right behind. Conrad looking low. Conrad putting some pressure on him. It's Conrad putting pressure on the Rocket. Steve Conrad, your leader, but look at the 17 car. We talked about him, Seth Wilson with a quick time on the outside. It's Spencer now moves into the 3087 car. Tony Jones. Jones in fourth. Your leader, the 91 car. That is Conrad. Conrad out front. Ronnie the Rocket Case in second. Mike Spencer, Tony Jones. Then it's Seth Wilson, Bullet Blake Miller. Your leader, Conrad. Conrad out front. Case second. Then it's Spencer, Jones, Bullet Blake Miller, and Seth Wilson. Your leader, the 91 car. But now, oh, we got a yellow. We have a yellow on the racetrack. A yellow. Yellow on the racetrack. I think we have some NASCAR debris. Possibly, there it is on the front straightaway, NASCAR debris. We import that from NASCAR. We don't mess around. Wilson wants that transfer spot. This is going to be the big race between the 5X and the 17. Keep your eye on that. Well, there you go, Conrad out front. Conrad, Ronnie the Rocket Case, Mike Spencer in the yellow 44. Conrad, Case, and it's Spencer and Miller. Miller on the move, Miller underneath Spencer. And it's a 91 car, your leader. Conrad out front, Case second. Followed by Bullet Blake Miller, Mike Spencer. The 20 car, that's Rodriguez and the 17 of Wilson. '91 car. Conrad takes the white. Here he comes. Conrad gonna take the win. Ronnie the Rocket Case. Then Bullet Blake Miller. Followed by the 44 of Spencer. How about a nice round of applause for the winner, Steve Conrad in the 91 car. Here we go. Fourth and final heat race. Ron Bach. Clark Templeman the third. It's Bach. Whoa, Hilberg. Whoa, baby. Dan Hilberg backed that thing in there like there was some bite. Trust me, it's no bite out there right now. It's slippery. Well, he found that out, obviously. Ron Bach, Clark Templeman. Then we have the 19 of Rodney Argo, the only Ford entry here tonight. Corey Kruzman to the outside, Dan Hilberg. We're in green. Here we go, Bach. Bach out front. It's Argo. Oh. Now, if you remember, the Smiley machine earlier, that's what happened to Gandhi. He goes into turn 3, and that's exactly what happened to him. A car in front of him spun out. So the two team guys having the same problem.
And yeah, this is awesome.
And it helps that you're very used to Ventura Raceway.
Yeah, we got some laps around here.
Here we go. Again, another start. Heat race number 4. It's Bach. We got Ron Bach. The 18T of Templeman. Templeman going high. It's Bach. Kruzman. Can he go around the top? Bach, Kruzman, Hilberg. Clark Templeman, the third. Yellow on the racetrack. Whoa, Hilberg. Oh, them yellow flags are for seniors. Good. Steve Conrad, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Bach, Corey Kruzman, Clark Templeman the third, Rodney Argo. Then we have Sean Couch and Charles Davis. Kruzman up against the wall. Oh, baby. Kruzman way up against the wall, bouncing off the walls. There we go. Corey Kruzman, Ron Bach, Clark Templeman the third, Rodney Argo. Clark Templeman hits the wall on the front straightaway. 5 laps down, 5 laps left. We are yellow. We are yellow on the racetrack. The 8A car. Charles Davis car. We're looking for pieces, parts on the racetrack. Here we go, Corey Kruzman. Corey Kruzman, Ron Bach. Clark Templeman the third, Rodney Argo. Kruzman, Bach, Argo, Clark Templeman, and Sean Counts. Argo in the Ford on the outside. Argo trying to move into second place. Kruzman, Argo, Bach, and Clark Templeman the third. Corey Kruzman, your leader. Kruzman taking a white flag. Kruzman gonna take the win. He raced 4. Followed by Argo, Ron Bach, 18T of Templeman, and the 29 of Counts. Champion Bob Alderman, last week's feature main event winner. Starting on the pole, Ron Bach, Wiley Miller, both former champions. Wiley Miller, your reigning champion. Here we go, 20 lap senior main. Oh, the Boxster. We're green. Porter. Wiley Miller, Miller on the outside, it's Miller. Miller up front, Porter second, Tim Moon, Guy Woodward, Tom Harper, Dave Marini. Out front by himself, the 75 car, Wiley Miller. Second place, Tim Moon. Followed by the 42 car, Guy Woodward, the 88, Jim Porter, and the 16 of Harper. Your leader, Wiley Miller. Miller out front. It's Miller, Tim Moon, here comes Guy Woodward. John Woodward, Guy's his son, so we got Woodward running third. Out front right here, going by the start-finish line, getting ready to lap Kittle, is Wiley Miller. Woodward now to the back of the 10 car, looking to pass him, but here comes the 16. Whoa! Woodward's car, something happened. He's going to the infield. Woodward pulls into the infield. John done for the night. Your leader, Miller, Wiley Miller now getting ready to, boy, put a lap on a whole bunch of them. Wiley Miller over there. Second place now, still Moon, but down low is the 16 car. The 16 car of Harper. Miller's looking at this gaggle of cars going, oh my goodness, how am I going to get through there? Wiley Miller, your leader. Harper second. It's Wiley Miller. Tom Harper, Tim Moon, Dave Marini. Then we have Jim Porter, followed by the 10A of Danny Miller and the 1 of Bruce Douglas. Your leader right here to the inside of Lowenstein on the front straightaway is Miller. Harper now closing up. Harper moving in. Wiley Miller in the 75 car. His lead has eroded while Harper comes through. Then it's Moon, followed by Marini. The 88 car of Porter. The 10A car of Miller and the 1 car. We are yellow. Yellow on the racetrack. Yellow on the racetrack. I'll tell you who's going to be the happiest guy with this yellow. Oh, I told you. It's everybody else drives those things. Here we go, Wiley Miller. Miller. Tom Harper. Tim Moon. Then we have Dave Marini. Wiley Miller, your leader. Harper second, Moon. Marini, followed by Jim Porter. Then we have Bruce Douglas and the guy we talked about earlier, the 30 car, Tony Lima. Lima running up on the high side. We have 4 laps remaining to Wiley Miller. Miller, your leader. Harper second, followed by Moon, Marini, and the 88 car of Porter. Marini in the 2 car. He's on the gas. He's looking for that 10 car. He'd like to finish third. White flag going out to Wiley Miller. Wiley Miller takes the checkered flag. Tom Harper second, followed by Tim Moon, Dave Marini, and the 88 car of Porter. Nice round of applause. Your reigning champion and points leader brings one home tonight, Wiley Miller.
And Sean Couch riding out the field and Ron Taharda. 1 lap to go. Tony Jones and Charles Davis Jr. Only 4 cars transfer out of this 12-lap race. Yellow lights out, into 3. Tony Jones leads him into turn 1, and it's Charge and Charles taking command. Tony Jones second, Seth Wilson third. Into Ron Taharda spins between 1 and 2. Ron Taharda brings out the yellow flag as Charge and Charles took command early over Tony Jones. Different results. It's Tony Jones in command coming out of turn number 2. Alan Ballard and Seth Wilson, your top 4. Currently in the transfer. Now looking for a transfer position. It'd be car number 82. Danny Hilberg into 5th spot. Hilberg bobbles, goes back 2. Now it's Jimmy Crawford in the 5th spot. Alan Ballard protecting 4th. Crawford into the final transfer. Alan Ballard out of the transfer. Seth Wilson into 3rd.
Battle for the lead. Charging Charles. Charlie Davis Jr. now puts the pressure on Tony Jones. Jones, Davis, Crawford, and Wilson. Yellow, yellow.
So, Corey, when your two students go around like that and you're standing up here, what do you think?
They did good.
They're parked next to each other out there.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have some words, you think?
Four to go. No change in the top five. Davis all over Tony Jones, and here comes Crawford. Alan Ballard to the high side. Alan Ballard in fifth and looking for a transfer. Jones, Davis, Crawford, and Wilson. One lap, white flag, one lap to go. Time running out for Alan Ballard. Winner of the semi, transferred to the main, Tony Jones, followed by Charlie Davis Jr., Jimmy Crawford, and Seth Wilson. Well, the Wardboard did its job. Seth Wilson transferred to the main and sent fifth place finisher Alan Ballard to the pit area. Alan probably not too happy with the fifth place finish, and I believe there's no chance for him to get into the main.
Yes. 21 cars. Here you go, wave. Take your hand off, wave to them. They're going to wave their little short arms. Now you wonder why they can't stick their hand out of the cockpit, because they're all wearing arm restraints, mandatory. So they can't. So not that they have little short arms, it's just that they can't reach out of the roll cage, and that's in case they flip over. Keep your eye on the front row. Bullet Blake Miller, Mike Kirby, Rodney Argo, Mike Spencer, Danny Sheridan, Damian Gardner, Jay Hicks, Rip Williams, Tony Jones. Here we go. Down into one, Mike Kirby. It's Kirby. Bullet Blake Miller. Mike Kirby, Bullet Blake Miller out front. It's Kirby. Oh. We have Alan Ballard and the 18 car of Clark Templeman. Alan Ballard in the 18 car, tangling up Ballard, getting on his lid. 87, Tony Jones, the 3. Rip Williams, the 38 car. Corey Kruzman, the 2. That would be Charles Davis, the 8. Ricky Gahn. Then we have the 15 car, R.J. Johnson. Here we go. Keep your eye on Kirby. 29 laps remaining, and we're green. Mike Kirby. Kirby out front. Bullet Blake Miller second. Kirby, your leader. Oh! Nice round of applause for Rodney Argo. Tough way to go. Ford really moving tonight. Jimmy Neutron Cofford over there in the 17 car. We officially have 2 laps down. Tow truck over there to the Argo machine. Car stopped over in the designated work area again. It's just because there's a whole bunch of things that you got to do. Tough break for the guy that's won a lot of races here at Ventura Raceway.
Three's your man.
And we got to wish him happy birthday again. 49 years young. 49. It's Kirby, Bubba Blake Miller, Mike Spencer, Danny Sheridan. Mike Kirby out front. Kirby, your leader. Bubba Blake Miller second. Mike Kirby, Bubba Blake Miller. Kirby, your leader. Kirby out front, Bubba Blake Miller second. Kirby, Miller. Mike Kirby, your leader. Bubba Blake Miller second. Mike Spencer, Danny Sheridan, Jay Hicks. Kirby, Bubba Blake Miller. Oh, look at Damian Gardner. Damian Gardner in the 50 machine. Gardner on the outside. Damian Gardner on a roof. Whoa. Whoa, we have the 17. The 17 car. Seth Wilson. Seth Wilson over there by the new Heritage Financial sign. Brings he out the yellow. Here we go, Kirby. Mike Kirby, Bubba Blake Miller, Mike Spencer. Damian Gardner in the 50 machine. Damian Gardner down the back straightaway. It's Kirby, Bubba Blake Miller. Mike Spencer, Damian Gardner, Corey Kruzman. Whoa! Damian Gardner to the outside. Gardner trying to work the outside of Spencer. Gardner down. Look at Damian Gardner down the back straightaway. Keep your eye on the 50 car. Damian Gardner. Gardner. Mike Kirby, your leader. Bubba Blake Miller second. Damian Gardner, Mike Spencer, Corey Kruzman. Whoa, the 50 car. The 50 car around the outside. Keep your eye on Damian Gardner. Damian moving into second place. Gardner out front. Damian Gardner. It's Mike Kirby, your leader. Damian Gardner second. Kirby, your leader. Damian Gardner second. Whoa, Gardner hits the wall. Gardner hits the wall in two. Kirby, your leader. Damian Gardner, second. Kirby, your leader. Kirby out front. Damian Gardner second. Corey Kruzman now moves into third. Kirby still out front. Damian Gardner second. It's Kirby. Here comes Damian Gardner. Damian Gardner. Damian Gardner looking underneath. Down the back straightaway. Whoa, Gardner now. Gardner moves into lead, but we got a spin out. We got a spin out. Holy cow. Holy cow. 25 laps down, 5 laps remaining. What a main event. You don't see sprint car racing. Damian Gardner driving the tail off that 50 car, catches the 4 car, passes him, but the R.J. Johnson car spinning out will cause him to go back. Now in third place, I think it's the Kruzman machine. So we're going to line these guys up. We got to take a look at this. We got 5 laps left. Hang on to your seat. Here we go. Mike Kirby, Damian Gardner. Kirby going up by Damian Gardner. Here they go, back and forth. Oh, baby. Keep your eye, Damian Gardner. Mike Kirby, here we go, it's Gardner. Gardner out front, Mike Kirby second. White flag coming out. Here he comes, Damian Gardner takes the win. Kirby second, Corey Kruzman, followed by Bullet Blake Miller. Whoa! I'd have to ask Ron Chafin. I'll tell you, you want to see sprint car racing when you see a kid like Damian Gardner drive that race car. Damian starting in 6th place. What a job, what a deal. I have to ask Ron Chafin, I don't know how many victories that 50 car has had at Ventura Raceway, but I know for years they searched with it, with the gas man, and Damian Gardner on the gas tonight. This kid, a sensational drive. Mike Kirby doing a great job holding him off. Corey Kruzman third, and in 4th place, I think it is Bullet Blake Miller. Maybe we can get Bullet Blake out here, and of course we're going to have Chris Holt go down there and do the interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. You're not going to see any better sprint car racing than that. And real quick, next Saturday night, it's sprint car, senior sprint, pony stocks, and VRA modified right here at Ventura Raceway.
Well, we're down here with the 3rd place finisher of the number 38 car. They're going to back this off and take a look at it because that's kind of a priority. You got to see a good race, Corey.
I did. I'm happy. We started 11th, and Jimmy Naylor did a great job with the racetrack, and Mike Nye and Glenn Crosno, Roger, Bob, Derek, all the guys did a fantastic job back there on the race car, and for us to come from 11th to 3rd, I'm tickled to death.
Well, we want to congratulate you on a third place finish, and we're going to step over here to talk to these two guys over here, put on one heck of a race tonight.
No, that they did. You know, that damn red 50 car is going to be pretty tough to beat the rest of the year. He just showed how good he really is.
Corey Cruzman, and he'll be making a comeback real soon. Don't count him out. Step over here to talk to the driver of car number 4. Driver of car number 4, Mr. Mike Kirby. I'll tell you what, Mike, man, oh man, that was a tough one. I don't think we needed the red. You might have had something for him there.
Yeah.
I'm the yellow. I'm sorry, the yellow.
Yeah, who knows? You know, ain't over till the checker flag falls. And that car's tough, and you know we're just always short. And it seems to be that car that beats us every week. You know, they're just, who knows? You know, it's racing. You know, it's part of the deal. He's a good driver, and you know he passed me clean, and he's a good guy to race with. You know, I have some respect for him, and I think he's got some for me because he knows I'm not gonna, you know, run into him, and you know he drives me the same way. So it's been a pretty good race.
You know, Mike, he's passing you, okay, but still, we're having fun when he's passing you. We're racing hard.
Well, it's been fun all year. You know, they're just a bunch of good guys to drive for. You know, Mark and Steve, and you know all the sponsors, and you know his mom and dad roots us on every week, and we appreciate everything. And there's a bunch of good guys. You know, we don't know what it is. We're gonna try a brand new car next week and see if that'll take care of it.
All righty, driving the LA Prep number 4, Mr. Mike Kirby. Yeah, this gentleman right over here. Come on over here, boss. Get your picture taken with your driver. Come on, boss. Hey, Ron says, when I sign the checks, I can tell him what to do. I'll tell you what, Demon, what a run tonight. When did we decide this car had what it takes to win?
Oh, you know, as soon as I got in it, we pushed off on that first red there. Bruce said, you know, what can we do? You know, how's it? What do you think we need? And I said, I don't know. I think it feels pretty good. I made a mistake there right in the start and lost a couple spots. And, you know, I told him that was my fault. And, you know, don't worry about it. The car was pretty good. It was just a long way around on the top. But, I mean, I feel like it's going by there, you know, I don't know how fast, but just so much faster getting into the corner. And, you know, it just burying into that cushion up there. And I'd drive her off. And it seemed like I'd go in there ahead of them. And they'd come out, look like they were 2 cars ahead of me. And I'd drive back by them. And wonder if I was making any ground, but I tell you, that was a heck of a race. Bruce Bromley gives me a heck of a car, and Ron he pays the bills. We got to thank those guys so much. You know, we give another one to Marge there, and you know we'll all miss her. And you know, just want to thank Bruce and everybody. Thank the fans for coming out, and hope they enjoyed the show.
Okay, I got to ask you a question because this gentleman over here in car number 4, he said he has a lot of respect for you. You guys race clean, and he thinks you have a lot of respect for him. Hey, one heck of a driver next to you.
Oh yeah, you know he's tough. Especially you know you put him out front and he runs smooth laps and he just clicks them off. And you know I just stepped up there and made a few mistakes there trying to run him down. He was tough. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to get it done, but you know we raced clean there, and you know there's times I was coming up, we had some incidents and things happened, but you know we try to race clean, try to put on a good show, and don't want to run into nobody. Sometimes you make mistakes, and that's all we can do is just you know glad to be standing up here.
Yeah, we had fun.
Oh, we had a ton of fun, lots of fun. It's just a good battle.
All righty. The Demon, Damian Gardner, once again in victory lane. And we're going to step over here and have them all take pictures. And I have one more interview to do here, and that would be with Mr. Wiley Miller, driver of the number 75 car in the senior VRA division. Wiley, I tell you what, just like the Demon, it went all your way tonight. That was a good race.
Not just like the Demon for sure, but we had a great car. Mike English tuned that thing up, and it was perfect.
Well, I'm glad you brought up Mike English because he's a real proud crew chief. He was up there tonight, polishing her up, you know, doing the old double D 140 and everything. And it's good to have good people and good race cars go out here and have fun.
And we couldn't do it without the good people. Mike and Craig is usually here. He's at the river this weekend, but Mike has been great help. He's really smart and keeps the car tuned right up.
All righty. Well, we want to congratulate you on your 360 division senior division main event win. Many more to come.
Thank you very much.
Wiley Miller, driver of car number 75.
Well, that concludes all the interviews. We want to thank you for coming out to tonight's USAC CRA race. Damian Gardner, congratulations. I know Ron Chafin loves winning here. And, of course, Wiley Miller, congratulations to you. Great job. Great job by everybody. We'll be back here next Saturday night with the sprints, pony stocks, and modifieds. Want you to have a safe trip. All you mothers, have a great Mother's Day. All you sons and daughters, make sure you see your moms and tell them how much you love them. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.